All right, y'all. Part 2 of Elon Musk down at the border and the psilocybin cubensis effect. Okay, this is going to be on society to create that delusion. For those of you who don't know what the psilocybin cubensis is, it's that magic mushroom. Okay, so just real quick about the frequencies or whatever. X app, True Social app, they're going to be working on a frequency, and this is there to cool the people, to have them worship the name and number and the image of the given life through the X app, through the True Social, those things. But those are there to sear the foreheads, and they work on a frequency as far as sight, and the AI knows what you read, don't read, how you get your news, don't get your news, all this kinds of stuff. If you just scroll, if you read the scrolls, all these things, okay? So it works in searing those structures. All right. And it can also do this through an auditory thing that we can't necessarily hear, but our subconscious hears, and it can lead you down into that kind of thing, or it can maybe cause different sicknesses or whatever. The armies gathered and they went to battle and got shot, in a matter of speaking. And the ones who didn't get shot then are going to go to battle on the next one for his name and number, and they're going to get shot in battle. But all of these things are playing a role, okay? And it's all for 2024, 25, 26, and 27. And 24 came early, and that's why you have the Don. He's going to go to court early and all those different things, and everything's being moved up, okay? So the psilocybin effect in society, let's back up a second. The millennium, 2000 started, okay? This is when Jesus' time is coming, okay? And those of us who lived by faith, who were the chosen ones, we chose sin, and we did things that not everybody did. And the X app, the X marks the spot from that nightclub. You're going into that nightclub to get that win, that wine of Babylon, that baby Elon. But this is going to take effect. And for those of us who have not been into that party scene, or for those of you, I shouldn't say for us because I've been there, but for those of you who have not been in the different scenes, there's a scene that closes at midnight. There's one that closes at 2, at 4, and then there's one that opens at 4 and closes at 8, or doesn't close, or whatever kind of thing. So this is that late night exam. And that exam time is now, and those late night hours for study are going to come into effect, okay? So there's a frequency change on Earth going on right now. And as the Spirit of Jesus is moving upon Earth to bring in that climate change for that bride, that mate, the frequencies of Earth are going to be going through, and they could be doing this through technology, or it could be a natural thing, or whatever, okay? It doesn't really matter. What matters is these things are going to be playing a role in our society, and there's been a test of men, and there's been black market and white market, and there's been a ruler of darkness, your government, coming in and telling you what is good and what is bad. And if you do what's bad, what's in the black market, you're a loser, or you're crazy, or you're delusional, or you're psychotic, or psychosis, or whatever stupid shit they want to come up with to make you discredit anything this person says, okay? When all the things you enjoy are from these people who consume these things, because I mean, just go back and do your own research, all right? Most of your inventors, most of your artists, most your musicians, most whatever, okay? The exception proves the rule, but most of them consume different substances, all right? But everybody wants to say, oh, that substance bad, but let me take my blood pressure medication because my doctor says it's high. My doctor said my cholesterol is over 450. It should be over 200. What am I going to do? Keep on living. Keep eating. The cholesterol is building up because it's an antioxidant. And as you get more toxic and older in life, you need more antioxidants, and it keeps your veins placid and to where they can stretch, and your brain is 60-70% cholesterol. So if you don't have cholesterol, your brain can't reproduce cells properly and regenerate itself. So you take the cholesterol down, you start getting cancer rates going up, and you get other things going up and all this other stuff. Can I say this stuff? I'll probably get flagged. Either way, I'm not a doctor. Actually, my initials are JDR, so I'm kind of a doctor. But you got to come in Monday morning and get your ass prodded. We got to check for polyps. But doctor, why? Oh, you turned 40. Huh. Okay. Okay. Well, you got finger bangs, so you're not okay, but you don't have any polyps, so you're okay there. Either way. The mushrooms, all right, they give you an ability to hear and see and experience things that are not there. Okay? These knots are for the ends of time. Okay? So the millennium came about. There's been some drugs released, 70s, 80s, 90s. All right? This has all been a test of men, okay, and a test of times, and it's there to release energies, and it's there to, because a lot of these new things of now, or the counterculture, the count-ear culture, they are the ones, and that Jesus revolution and such, those were caused from these substances because they're giving light. And they're bringing people out of bondage, and we're going to the new heaven, the new spiritual heaven, and all these different things. And the church comes in and says, oh, that rock and roll is Satan's music. Who gives them the right? You know what I mean? Who gives them the right to tell you that that's wrong or right or whatever? Okay? They're all doing the same thing. The preachers want to tell you, oh, TV's bad or whatever, but yet they're making DVDs to watch on TV. Does it make any sense? No, because they're all bullshit. They're all frauds. They're all weasels. They're all little bitches, actually, and they just want to control people. And they want to take your money, and they steal from you. And you'll keep going back. So those of us who have taken mushrooms will know that onset can cause that puking. That puking is tied to the puking, for that crapture and those types of things. It can also make you shit sometimes, but the mushrooms, they can make you go to sleep if you're inexperienced. And as you're inexperienced, you'll just pass out and you'll miss the trip. As you miss the trip, you will stay behind, and you won't go into the new heaven and new earth, the new kingdom and such. And so these different frequencies, or these different drugs, are tied to different frequencies that are going to be coming on earth. So ecstasy, acid, heroin, the heron, cocaine. The cocaine is coming to kill Abel. There's because Cain was the one given the mark, and that's the CAIN. But There's different things going to be playing a role because the people who have the AI, they're the bell. They're like ringing, hey, it's time, it's time, it's time. But then also the bell worship is also the church who's going to act as Cain. But also Cain is also the people of the AI. So there's different flip-flops or whatever, okay? But the frequencies of all these different substances, okay, whether it's white market or black market, all right? There's a test of men and a test of righteousness. So as men are coming on, they're setting up a rule of right and wrong, and it's up to us to either abide by that rule or not abide by that rule, okay? If we don't abide by the rule, we have to do it smart and operate under the law like Jesus told the people to do. So like if you do mushrooms, you don't go out and do mushrooms because bad things happen to you on mushrooms. So a lot of these times coming up when you go out, or a lot of the reels are going to be coming in to hook them in. So a lot of shit's going to be happening when people go out. And cops always seem to arrive when you go out on mushrooms, or something weird happens. Something always seems to happen when you're on mushrooms that is not a normal day in the life of your life, okay? And this stuff is going to be happening in people as the Spirit of Jesus is moving upon all men, and he's moving upon all men to test all men. So this is where, like, if you've been given over to the white market, the men in the white flowing robes or whatever, that's your light, and they're blinding you or whatever, and you can't see in the dark, okay? And your eyes can't adjust to the dark, because when you get into the dark in that exam time, because the exam's in a dark room, okay, and your eyes have to be adjusted, and your body, your temple has to be adjusted to that dark time. So these different frequencies that exist in these drugs, okay, are going to be operating in men. And the white market drug, the over-the-counter medication, the over-the-counter, they don't want to have anything to do with the people who can count or hear or see or whatever, okay? Those are truly the beast people. People are popping their Tylenols every day or their Benadryls or whatever, okay? Those are the over-the-counter people. I don't expect them to hear. I don't expect them to see. This black market drugs, they give you light in the brain, okay? And that fried the brain they used to tell you about or whatever, that's that 6-ray, okay? And the A is the misseeing, or the E is the misseeing letter, okay? Or the A, which is the 1, and the E is the 5, the phi VE, which is the 225 for the 2025 timeframe for the Y2K ready. Because all the shit that for Y2K ready that we were warned of, it's going to build as the cards are being taken out. And then once they're taken out, it's going to collapse. And that's when the 2025, all that shit's going, okay? So it's from 23, September 28th, since Elon Musk went live, down to wherever, okay? So, the mushrooms, they are talking about being used as potential therapeutic uses. All right, so this is part of that rapture, crapture, and stuff. So the states that are doing the mushroom legalization, they're tying into different codes or whatever, and then the states that do cannabis legalization, that is tying into certain things also, as far as the reflections and the things that's coming upon the nation and a whole and whatever. And then the psilocybins are also sold in the powder and tablets, and we got the Feast of Tabernacle coming up, and then the powder is tied to the MIA, the missing in action. The POW is the POW. And that powder horn for that little horn coming up for that mountain. And the Anyways, and the capsules is tied to the dust for the asteroid. Anyways, we got to stop here because of time.